until recently, I was a student. I'm still a student, finishing up my thesis for my master's. But I think for a long time, I've just identified myself as a student. Now I'm working full time and have more of an identification with with the work that I'm doing. So I think I'm that takes up a lot of my time. But I do I like to do fun stuff too. I like to go out on hikes. I like to be out in nature. Just kind of explore the city too.
Current law and federal court rulings encourage criminal organizations to smuggle children across the border. The tragic result is that 65% of all border crossers this year were either minors or adults traveling with minors.
I grew up kind of towards the tail end of a civil war in El Salvador. There was still a lot of violence going on, and my parents have all these stories of me being newborn in my little baby bassinet, and them having to put me under a bed or things like that, because all of a sudden there would be all these like gun wars or gunfights that would break out in front of the house, and this was just ongoing throughout the whole country. My dad, when he was going to school, even before I was born, he has all these stories of, just being on the bus on his way to school and being stopped by, the military and being searched. And, they were at that point, they were, trying to recruit people and, trying to take men in particular to go on and, to fight for them. So I think there was a lot of that still going on. And even though it started getting a little better, just the political environment in the country was really, really bad.
We're in Mexico again tonight as thousands of migrants try to find a faster way to the U.S. border. The White House says it's now getting help from the Mexican government.
They have helped stop a lot of the transportation means of these individuals in these caravans, forcing them walking. They have helped us in new ways to slow this down, to break this up, and keep it from moving as aggressively towards the United States.
A lot of my family had already moved to the U.S., so I think my parents, at one point, they just realized that there was a lot more opportunity for us here. They wanted to they didn't want my brother and I growing up in that type of environment, so they wanted to bring us somewhere where, they thought we could have a better life.
But before the boat can be evacuated, a second one appears, almost identical to the first.
What?
And this one is taking on water.
Come on, hurry!
The rescue crew now have a huge and urgent job on their hands.
Put your life jacket on.
The priority is to transfer parents with small children and anyone who looks sick. Almost all of these people are from Eritrea, and crossing the Mediterranean is just the final stage in a long and dangerous journey.
36.3. You're doing okay?
There's a lot going on in a lot of countries, a lot of violence going on in countries right now that people are just trying to get away from. They're just trying to survive, and they end up here because, this country has always been portrayed as, the place where people come to follow their dreams or, to have a better life.
Oh, I think she's awesome. She's a great person, inside and out. She has good values, very honest, trustworthy, good citizen.
They always tell me how proud they are. I think, I've gone in the direction that they wanted me to go. Their idea coming here, I think, was for me to have what they couldn't have. I think they're very proud of everything I've accomplished.